Hello everyone and welcome back to my channel. For any first time viewers, I'm Jesse Rebirth and I hope you all had a wonderful holiday season and a happy new year. This is my first video of the year and it's a little late, but this just came in. This is the Todd Mcfarlane Year 2 Batman. It is the one that everybody's, well, a handful, maybe like 30 people or something, got to keep their pre-orders while all of us got ours canceled and then given a $5 gift certificate. Every time Todd Mcfarlane has tried to do some type of rollout with a special pre-order, it never works correctly. I'm at the point where I feel like exclusives in any setting are starting to become very annoying. Except Hot Toys, because you always know their exclusives are going to end up at Sideshow nowadays, which that's great. But all these figures where it's exclusive to Target or Walmart, it's just becoming a pain in the ass really quickly. Kind of like the Batman Beyond figure that never even showed up in Target. And they did it in such a weird way where Batman Beyond came out and then the female Batman Beyond and then Blight. And like they're all one series but they're coming out months apart. It's very strange. It is what it is. But I'm so glad that we were able... because people started putting this online for like $300 immediately. I know there's a signed version too, but just because everyone's got canceled, people were immediately putting them on eBay for $200, $150. It's a $49 toy. Even that might be too much. We'll find out. It does look really cool, and I mean, they are 20 bucks right off the get-go. But with them being canceled, there were those trying to jump on basically the scalping wagon and try to inflate the price on us. I saw one on Amazon. They had 11 of them. I don't even know how that happens, 11, while everyone else got canceled and it was a limit of 2 per person. I know it's bots and stuff, but they were $98, and I'm very glad that Karen has instilled this new discipline called just wait, because everything we've rushed all over the place looking for, if you just wait, you end up finding it. But I was able to get my hands on him. Very happy because I think he looks really cool. Let's go ahead and open him up and see. Alright, so right away, I think it's pretty cool that literally he went up for pre-order maybe like 2 days ago or so, and he was immediately shipped out. So I mean, that's pretty cool. Even though there are those people that got to keep theirs, I'm glad we did get a second chance for him. The only thing that drives me nuts is this is like the 3rd time. So Target, their pre-ordering system is absolutely ridiculous. I had the Batcave and... no, it was just the Batcave. I had that canceled, and then I got a chance to just buy it when it was in stock. I had the Batman, Adam West, the figure without the mask, or the cowl. He was canceled, and then I had a chance to buy him when he was in stock. And then they did that with another figure. Can't think of what it is right now, but they've done that multiple times, Target.com. So we have a peg that's going to hold something. I think this tombstone with the cross is really cool. This is going to go on our base. I think that's really cool. So let's see here. Let's cut this out. All right. So we got our Batman and parts, and we got our base, card, and the extra parts, his extra arms and hands, things that we can switch out. Now I have heard that it could be someone made it seem like once you take his cape off, it's a one-time deal. You take it off, it's never going back on. I don't know about that. We'll find out though. I will go there so you could know. So, if you look here, it says Barbara Gordon, Tim Drake. We got this statue of an angel. Got some little Martha Wayne. That'd be Thomas, Jason Todd, Selena Kyle. So far, and I'm assuming this will go in there to kind of help shoulder some of that weight that this Batman's going to be packing. Let's take a look here. So it's a picture of the toy, not a picture of the actual cover. You think it would be vice versa, but real name Bruce Wayne. After failing miserably to defeat the Reaper, Batman must consider fighting fire with fire, which unfortunately puts him at a deadly odds with the Gotham City Police Department, forced to then work with Joe Chill. As a result, the man responsible for killing his parents, Batman must do what he can to put an end to the Reaper's tyranny, even if it goes against his best interest. So, that's that book that Todd did the cover for. I'm gonna be honest, I never read it. I seen it in a trade paperback form and I was interested in it. Just haven't got around to it. Karen and I have been working so much. That's why these videos have been spaced out. So I am not lacking anything that I want. I got a lot I want to open for you guys. It's been hard. I've been sleeping every chance I get. And when I'm not sleeping, I'm working. So I am going to make a better effort, though, this year, because it's the new year, to get a video out every week. We got a Batarang. We got another piece to shoulder the weight, I guess. Oh, maybe, you know what? This is going to help hold the cape in place. Ooh, this is pretty cool. Alright, it's worth $49. I'll tell you that right now. So, this cape is like smooth and then textured. And smooth and textured. It's kind of a odd, it's kind of oily, kind of an odd mismatch, but it looks cool. It works when you see it in person. So, I don't know what that guy was talking about. Let's see here. Oh, you know what? They put this cape together in sections. I could see how someone would be kind of scared to pull him out. Alright, so we're going to try what was intended. You can see in here his body. Ooh, how scary. You gotta be really careful with these joints on these McFarlane toys. I always say it, and it still holds true. Like their feet, these ankle joints are just like, there's no, where the clicks are, the locking mechanisms.
Is his leg like crooked or something?
No, he has this like, it can twist. Like they're just kind of bowed. Let's see. It's very strange how that is looking. All right, let's see here. So this I wonder what they want done here. Let's see. Oh, so that does make sense. No, it doesn't. It doesn't make sense at all. Let's see here. I don't think these, let's see. Oh, you know what? I think we're jumping to conclusions. I think it's gonna go like this inside here, maybe. But it's gonna turn this way because he's meant to be like this. So this is one that I think could have benefited from some instructions. Oh, yep. So there's some keys in here. If you see in here, see those keys running along him? I thought that was just where the capes had met, kind of like over here. You can see where they were keyed into each other, where they cast it in separate parts, but no. This hook's in there. Oh, shit. Wow, what a pain in the ass this is. I do not want to... This is a part that probably should have just been installed in him and left there. So you can see. Oh. Well, this part doesn't... Oh, that's about as good as it's gonna go. It's sort of hooked in there. Now, all right, that's pretty cool. Does it look cool?
Mm-hmm.
That's pretty cool. I could see how someone that spent $50 on this would just say, just want to leave it like this, and then, you know, because I mean, that's all you really need to do with it. But some people really like to take things apart and fiddle with them, so we're going to see how easily that can be done. It does fill... Ooh. It does feel though like, there we go. From this angle it looks like he's leaning, but when you look at him from head on, it looks good. And his chest symbol popping through right there. That's very cool. Very happy that this came back around. I dig it. I love it. Let's see what we got here. So, these are those parts. We got his arm. Cape, his other arm, and his hands. So we got a hand that can hold the batarang and a fist. Then we got these kind of like clawed hands. It looks like they sculpted one of them and then they just mirrored it and gave you a second one. It's a double jointed elbow. So he can do some pretty cool posing. His shoulder turns too. He's like oily. Some toys are like this sometimes, but yeah. Yeah, this one's a little oily too. Oh, this one bends better too. see here. Hold this plastic part because I really don't want to get oil on it. So, here's our fabric cape. You can see we have a collar up here that's going to go around his neck. There is some pegs that will go in some keyholes, I assume. The cape looks better than it did in the pictures. I will give it that. That's a pretty cool cape, the way it just is going to drape on him. That's very cool. But this is wicked. But let's see if we can get him out of it. Let's see here. I'm hoping if maneuvered correctly. I wonder if. There we go. Huh. So, popping his head off will get us exactly where we're trying to go. So Karen was asking if his leg is crooked, but his joints just weren't how they're supposed to be. He has like his calf muscles make his leg look crooked. But once you straighten those out, everything starts to work. So arm pops right in. This is actually working out pretty well right now. All right. Of course, the other one ain't gonna go in as well. Oh, there we go. At first, I was worried that I got two of the same arm, because we once got a drown figure where we had two of the same leg. You know how cool that is just without his cape? To have this like old school Batman? Because when I was a kid, this is how Batman looked, basically. All the, how would you want to say it? All the default stuff you would see in the stores, like the puzzles and everything. Like right now, the default Batman look is this like rebirth style look. It's on all the
Cards, gift bags.
the cards and gift bags. Well, they have two styles for that, but it's like all the end caps for like Walmart and stuff. They have this one style of Batman. And when I was a kid, it was this style of Batman. And they've started to make the stickers and stuff again that you can find in Walmart for him as this style. Oh, that cape went in there so well. Okay, so first off, how cool is that? Let's try something. Well, we'll have to mess around with it. I was just trying to lean him against it. But the fact that his cape darn it. It's very Batman-esque, though. I remember the animated series Batman is what I grew up with, and his cape would always close. And the toys they gave you, his cape was never big enough to actually close over itself. There we go. Just want him to lean against it. So he's very cool. It does look like a lot of fabric, but it works. I dig the classic gray and blue. Like, to me, that's how Batman looked as I was growing up. That and the Tim Burton Batman, but just like Nightfall was my first comics, this is what he wore in Nightfall, basically. Oh my goodness, you know, the sculpt of him is almost too cool to be hidden under that big cape. He's a very cool figure, but obviously ours will go back under the big cape. He is a little awkward in some places, but I think if you messed with him, like there we go, his arm looks better like that. It's like you gotta get everything anatomically correct going. But you can see he's got some pretty big thighs. He's got the classic joint. He's got a double knee, but let's see if we can get that top to bend. There we go. All right. So you can see he's pretty flexible, which is cool because Batman's flexible. Look, you can see his traps and his butt back here. But I really dig the blue underwear with the belt. Really nice contrast. One of my favorite looks for Batman, and this is just because I always thought it was so cool, is when he fights Ra's al Ghul and he's only wearing the pants, but he's not wearing the shirt. And they did that in the animated series too, but he had like the hairy chest, because that's what men looked like when you would see them. They had these hairy chests when you were a little kid. He was so manly and so badass when he looked like that. That would be a very cool custom to do for this one, you know, without the cape, because he looks good without the cape. We can see how he's buff, but he isn't overly buff. Like we got, can't tell if these are striations or just wrinkles in his outfit, but you can see these abs here, but they're not like super defined. They have fabric going over him, and his chest to his delts and everything. He's buff, and you know, in his legs, but he's like believable buff, I guess you could say. In the 90s, it was like extremely buff and pouchy, kind of like this Nightfall Azrael back there. But I think this is a very good look for him. I dig it. I really like this without the big cape. I don't know why. I just think he looks very cool. And I like the taller ears. So let's see how easy this works, because so it's a longer peg with not too big of a nut. So you don't have to fight it. You just kind of got to push it on until it's deep enough. Check out, so look at this. It's a normal gloved hand. And then when you see this one, it's different. Look at the pattern on the back with the knuckles. This one's the same way. That's very cool. I actually really like that. There, take a look at this. See that really thin part of plastic where it breaks away from the joint, that tiny area? That's terrifying how thin that is. It's kind of like how Hot Toys come with extra wrist and ankle joints nowadays. I think McFarlane toys should too, just in case. Like everyone probably seen where I accidentally snapped the other Ben Affleck's ankle immediately, just trying to bend it, completely snapped. This battering is kind of like silly big. Can't really do a good job holding it how you'd want him to. I mean, that just kind of looks funny because he's not going to throw it like that. You'd want it to be more, but whatever he can hold it. I do dig these hands. I like these extra little details on these gloves. He feels like better than the $20 toy. I know that's strange to say, but I like him. You can see about the same size, a little taller though, Ben Affleck and him. So he's definitely a meaty Batman. Very cool. All the extra little details are excellent. Well, I think that's about as far as we can go here without me repeating myself constantly. I'm glad to be back. I'm glad to see you all again. I will be on more often. I know I say that all the time. I am getting around to the comments. I know I say that all the time, but it is happening. I hope you enjoyed this. I hope if you were on the fence about him, this cleared up some questions. You've seen it here. We took him completely apart. Well, I'll be putting him back together because I got to do that other cape for posing, you know, when he sits around. But please leave me a like and a comment if you enjoyed this video. Let me know what you think about him, if you got him, if you're trying to get a hold of one. I wish you the best on that. But this toy is definitely a recommendation from me. I absolutely think he's cool. The base is excellent. I really enjoy the 2-packs having the extra base. It really gives you a reason to kind of want them. We'll be opening up the Nightfall and the Azrael 2-pack here soon with the fire base. I dig it. But let me know what you think of this one. Let me know if you're still going for the Mcfarlane toys. He is branching out. He's doing a lot of classic and a lot of rebirth and a lot of, you know, he's going in a good way, I think. We grabbed Swamp Thing very recently. We'll open him up here very soon. But thank you all for the love and support you always show me, and keep buying toys. Yes, I should have mentioned this before. There's a pig here, there's a pig back here, there's 4 pigs, that puts on a pig. But it really, he leans backward, oh, and there's a pig right here too. But he leans backwards to a point where another foot, you could get the pig into this foot, but he won't stay there. He just like immediately leans backwards. I've gotten him to look more like the picture, like his angled head and everything. So I think that's pretty legit right there. From this angle you can't even see that support, so